number one key to success is state management. The state, the mental state you're in when you're doing something or thinking about something determines the experience you will have and, of course, the results you get. When you're in a state that is very open and aware, you tend to get results that are on a high level. So if you're doing thinking, you're getting high-level thinking answers. Like, for example, you might find new possibility, new chances. On the other hand, if you're thinking and your state is very low level, you will hear a lot of negative thoughts, like all the things that could go wrong, or all the problems, or all the difficulties, or the effort you will have to put in. The same goes for actions. If you're in an open state, then the things you want to achieve and the actions you would want to take are going to come very natural, and they're going to feel, if you're in a very open state, they're going to feel effortless. Like, for example, you're interacting with people and you're in a very open state, and so the things you want to say and the jokes just come to you, and also that jokes that really will make people laugh, that will just come to you, and you won't even have to think so much for them. Or when you're running around and you're looking for something, you're just gonna do it without having any doubts or problems with it. On the other hand, if you're on a low level of thinking, and first example, you're interacting with a group or just some people or one person, then you're gonna find it very hard to listen carefully, and you're not really gonna know what kind of jokes you should make, and maybe you will envy someone who made a great joke. Or if you're looking for something, then you're gonna have this constant voice in your head that just tells you, oh, you're never gonna find it anyway, and it's so much effort to look for it. Okay? So state is really key, because state is everything. State is the results you get. And the general distinction we want to make is between an open state, where you can just process information both from the outside and the information that is going on the inside in an open and constructive way, or if it's the opposite and you're in this down level, low vibration state where everything that comes up is just a problem and everything you have to do is effort. And so, how do we do state management? First of all, I want to say, state is in your control. I know very often it feels that outside events put us in states because today is raining, and so I'm just not feeling that well, and I'm feeling tired, and my mood is not great. Or if someone says something to you you didn't want to hear, maybe that puts you in a state and now I'm depressed. But your state is up to you. Yes, of course, if you are on a low level state, then outer events influence your state. But if you make the effort to level yourself up to a higher state, suddenly you're in control. And you can learn that. It's something anyone can learn. It's a skill. It's like reading or riding a bike, for that example. You can just control your states. And when you're really good at this, it's like you can start to juggle your states almost. Where it's like, okay, so if you really, it's like this disc you can switch in and out, right? Like, for example, you have a situation at hand, for example, a meeting. And before the meeting, you stop for a second and you say, okay, what kind of state do I want to be in to have good results, or the results I want in this meeting? And you go through all of your state discs that you have experienced over your lifetime actually, and you get, okay, which one do I want to put in right now? Oh yeah, this one, and on this disc is my attitude, that I'm open, that I'm friendly to people, that I love interacting with people, and that I'm gonna just sound great when I propose my ideas, and I'm gonna make great suggestions, and just the state of creativity and loving to connect with people and listening to people, that kind of state. So I'm gonna put that in. Or, of course, this goes for any situation. For example, okay, I'm in the situation that my spouse is coming home in the next minutes. Okay, what kind of state do I want to be in? Well, there I have this state disc that is full of calm and patience and just noticing a lot and wanting to go deep and be close. Maybe I want to put that in. And in the same way, you can not only put discs in, you can put discs out, right? So if you have this disc put into you, that's on, and on that disc is, oh, I feel a lot of shame right now. You can take that disc and say, doesn't make any sense to have it right now, will only get in my way, let's put it out. And this is also great for any kind of skill you want or for work, because if you have a creativity disc and you need to work on some project and you can just put it in to find ideas, that's amazing, right? I think everyone gets that. Or if you have this kind of social disc that says, I just love talking to people right now, it's so fun, you can put it in. Or if you need to do some really tough mental work, then you have this awareness disc and you just can put it in, and then you see much more and you can take more information in from the outside. And this is really cool if you can do this. And actually, I believe that all the high performers are able to do that. Because if you're a high performer, and for example, let's take some high-performing businessman who just juggles this really big, huge business and has to work so many hours each day. Well, when he in the morning wakes up and is just in a state of, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to go to work, right? Everyone has that state. Everyone has experienced that state. But if he is a high performer, he has to put that state disc out and put a different one in. He has to. And the people who are successful businessmen, athletes, whatever, high performers, everyone who is successful over a longer period of time must have managed to do that, because otherwise they would have failed somewhere along the way where they just gave in to a certain state. And of course you can slip from time to time, maybe you don't manage to work with your states properly once, but in the long run, over most days, you will have to do it right. And there are really two ways you can learn this. And it takes time, because it's something we always have a hard time working with things that are invisible. And especially when they're invisible and inside us, we don't have a very good view on them, and so it's hard to even grab them and work with them. So, there are two ways to train. To learn that, I should say. So the first way for learning this is actually the hard way, the real life hard way. And to take the example of the businessman, It would be the way where I say, okay, I have this business now and I have to perform a lot every day. And when I'm not in the mood to do it, I still have to. And it's kind of life forces that state on you, and you have to force yourself to change state, and you learn it through necessity, and I have to right now. Okay? So the second way of doing it, you might prefer that one, because the second way is really training. You can train yourself to do it in an environment where it's okay to fail. So you just, like you would learn any skill, you set time aside where you say, okay, I'm gonna practice. And there are some really great approaches to this. And one would be, for example, meditation, which is more about learning to observe your states and afterwards changing it. So it's first observation, then change. You can do, I guess, any meditation you want. They're different and they give you different results, but just start and figure out what works for you.